trial at Bathurst with a rather unique RX-7. Hey Matt, what's so special about this car? It's got a few different things done to it.
It runs a 20V turbo engine with a sequential 6-speed and a Toyota Hilux diff.
Who built the 20V?
No, I build all my engines.
What's the fit like? Is it tight or is it reasonable?
Yeah, no, fitting a first triple rotor in an FB RX-7 is tight. It's what I had, so I just worked with it, you know.
Yep. And why the early series RX-7? Just because you had it, or you prefer them, or?
I had the car sitting there, and I couldn't afford a later model.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, it looks like you've set it up for time attack. Is that what you're doing with it?
Originally it was set up for time attack, where it did quite well. It placed 7th the last year that it entered. But you're pretty good at it now.
The paparazzi? No, not me.
Yeah. Well, you do a good video. Like, I like watching your videos. Show my partner the other night, you know?
Yeah, I don't mind watching the odd car stuff, but no, I'm taking the phone.
Another competitor in the Bathurst pits today is Mitch Craig with his fully worked Gemini. Tell us a bit about the car, Mitch. It's got a long history, hasn't it?
Yeah, the car was originally built in the very late 70s, and then the early 80s was turned into a space frame car. It did about 40 sports sedan races throughout the 80s, and in the early 2000s was purchased by Wayne Burden from Bathurst, and Wayne ran it very, very successfully, winning a lot of championships and track records. Then he since sold it on, and I bought it from the guy who bought it from Wayne. Got a fair bit of work. They're still learning to drive the car. It can go a lot faster than I can drive it, but it's good fun. Yes, very good fun.
What sort of events are you using it for?
Just mainly hill climbs at the moment, but I'd like to do some super sprints maybe next year. Yeah, it's the old back but yeah, just a bit of fun and try and do PBs all the time.
Any chance of a look under the hood?
It doesn't really have much of it. It's a mid-mounted Holden 6. So the front of the engine is at the base of the windscreen.
What sort of gearbox are you running?
It's an old school Muncie 4-speed out of a 69 Camaro. Triple plate AP clutch. It's actually a 186 Holden, but about 208 cubic inches. Brow race engines, crank, Duggan head, fuel injected, runs an avgas, and a Motec M48 controls it. So it's pretty old school, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And the rear end, what's that?
It's a banjo rear end with a 3.9 full spool, and by the looks of it, we're running X Group C Lockheed Girling calipers all around.
Here is an absolutely immaculately presented Volkswagen Beetle. Weapon of a car. Let's talk to the owner. Cole, tell us a bit about this Beetle. How did it come into your hands?
So this is a 1972 Beetle. I've been racing this car for over 20 years. It runs in improved production 16 to 2 litre. It's got a board and stroke engine built by my good friend Keith Heisler in Picton. It's highly modified. However, with our rules, it has to run the glass and all steel guards, no fiberglass. I have a lot of fun in this car. It surprises a lot of people, and I get a lot of positive feedback on its presentation.
What size is the motor?
So it's 1999 cc, which is right on our maximum limit of 2000 cc.
And anything tricky with the gearbox?
Yes, it's a close ratio Volkswagen 4-speed gearbox with a ZF limited slip diff in it.
Anything more that you'd like to do to the car, or is it pretty much where you want it at?
It's modified a lot. There's always something to do on the car. There's always something that you can change. If you're not working on making the car go faster, I think you'll get left behind. There is always something that Keith is thinking up with the engine. We're always changing camshafts and playing with odds and sods with it. The day I stop modifying and playing with it will probably be the day I sell it, because I love playing with it and modifying it to make it go faster.
Tim, this is a very horny looking Mercedes Benz. Tell me what it is and how it came your way.
This is just a 2014 Mercedes AMG A45. I bought this new when it came out in 2014, and with the intention of just driving it as an everyday car. It now gets very rarely used as an everyday car when I'm driving it to the racetrack.
Proud of you, mate.
Yeah, it's a few mods, a bit more power than the factory, some different suspension, and yeah, really enjoying driving it.
Beautifully presented car, Tim. You'd be very proud. Looks $1 million, mate. Okay, I know bugger all about these. Tell me about the engine.
This is it's a 2-litre turbo. When it came out, it was the most powerful 4-cylinder production car ever. Yeah, so 2-litre turbo, all-wheel drive system, so front-wheel drive with an active rear diff. First AMG to be a 4-cylinder, and first all-wheel drive AMG, I believe, as well.
Here is the epitome of a purpose-built Hillclimb car. Beautifully made and beautifully presented. The owner, and if I'm right, the builder, is Ron Hay. Tell us about your car, Ron.
It started life as a Formula 3 car in Japan 6 years ago now, I think. Malcolm Ostler bought one in and I bought one in with him. He put a Hayabusa motor in his, but I went down the road of putting a little V8 motor that's made by guys in New Zealand. It uses 1200 Kawasaki barrel and heads, and then they made all the rest for me. Malcolm got involved in all the attachments onto the back of the tub, so they turned the motor into a stress member for us. And then we mounted it to the standard Formula 3 gearbox.
So what's the block?
The block's homemade by the guys in New Zealand.
Wow, so you're basically talking a scratch-built V8?
Yes, it's 2.4 litres. Up until last year we were running it on 98 unleaded, just ordinary pump fuel. We converted it to E85 and put a set of higher compression pistons and a set of good Carrillo rods in it 12 months ago. And it's got about 400 horsepower at the back wheels.
I noticed the gearbox is a stress member of, well, you don't have a chassis. What's the gearbox out of?
Well, the gearbox is out of the Formula 3 Dallara, and it turns out on inquiry that they run all Mark 5 Hewland internals. So we put new crown on the pinion and all new gears. It was a 5-speeder, but with Malcolm's guidance, we got a guy in UK to build us a robust first gear where second gear is in the gearbox to save going across the gate. So now it's just a backwards and forwards, and this is the only place you get out of second gear. So it's not quite so bad, it's more or less backwards and forwards.
What's it like to drive?
I think the car's a lot better than the old driver these days. It feels quite nice to me. Malcolm's had one drive of it at not Amaroo, Ringwood, sorry. And he thinks it's nice, but yeah, I don't think I'm getting everything out of the car. I think the car could be a bit quicker with someone that's a bit younger than me driving.